From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for Up Close and Personal here on The Horse's Mouth. Back at my bar, of course, back at Tommy Mac's, and brought to you by our friends at TruckCrashLaw.com. Speaking of which, Gregg Anderson is here, my guest this time around, and he's an attorney with the Truck Accident Law Firm. Let's welcome him in. Greg, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well, Tom.
Good to see you, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming to the bar and being on the show and being our title sponsor. We really appreciate that.
It's an honor and a privilege to be able to do that with you, Tom.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. All right, tell people out there who don't know about the Truck Accident Law Firm, what you guys do, how long you've been doing it for, and what can they expect when they give you a ring?
Sure, Tom. We're a personal injury law firm, generally speaking, and that's how we started the firm. With Joe Camerlingo, my partner, started the firm over 20 years ago.
Wow. Congrats.
And we ultimately decided that based on the number of severe crashes involving commercial motor vehicles, tractor trailers, that result in catastrophic injuries, often death, unfortunately, and the impact on the lives of those injured and their families or the loved ones that have lost a family member, we decided that based on the need to increase the awareness of safety and protect people on the roadways, we now focus on truck crashes.
Yeah, those aren't fender benders. You're in major collisions, obviously, like you said, which is a very, very scary thing. How many truck crashes are there? Give me just high level, like in the state of Florida on a monthly basis or a yearly basis.
Hundreds.
Really?
Yeah, it is crazy the amount of crashes. In the state of Florida, which of course is, we have all the ports, right? So we have a lot of
trucking.
And they're vital to the economy.
Huge.
And for your needs, my family needs, we need those drivers out there. And with the port cities along the coastlines, and of course but unfortunately, thousands of crashes a year.
Wow. And you guys represent, you'll represent people that are involved in the crashes, obviously, with the tractor trailers. You'll also represent truck drivers that are in accidents with other truck drivers and tractor trailers, correct?
Yeah, it's surprising, Tom, that you don't really hear a lot about it.
Right.
But we field a lot of calls, almost at least weekly. We're getting several calls from other truck drivers injured by semi-drivers.
Wow.
So we have tractor trailer crashes involving other tractor trailers. A lot of side swipes because they're not keeping within their lane. Right. Or not paying attention because of fatigue issues, and they hit other drivers in rest stops.
Right.
So it happens far more than I think people realize. Between tractor trailers themselves.
So do you go after the trucking companies themselves, the insurance companies, a combination?
Combination.
Okay.
So really, it's generally going to be the operator, the driver.
Okay.
Starts with the driver first. It always does, right? Because that driver, if he's got a commercial driver's license, a CDL, right? He's made promises that he's going to get behind that wheel after he's done a proper pre-trip inspection, and that medically he or she is sound and able to operate that big rig safely.
Right.
So it always starts with the driver. Then there's the motor carrier that perhaps hires that driver, who may be an independent contractor.
Okay.
Then we'll look at brokers and shippers, who's coordinating the pickup and delivery of loads.
Okay.
So, but it depends on the circumstances. So we can always start with the driver. Then we're looking for a motor carrier. Then there could be broker and shipper liability.
So obviously, there's things in place. Like, look, you have to have so much rest, right? You can only be driving for so long. You have to pull over and rest, right? I mean, safety is number one concern. Not only for the trucking company, the truck driver, but you guys as well. Are you guys really focused on that?
Correct. And there's federal regulations. It's called the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations, right? It's built in. The word's right there, safety. So it's always about being safe. There's state laws in place on the numbers of hours that an operator can function. Whether it's working as a driver on duty, and then there's off duty. You have to do it properly, and you have to log those. And so we've seen good progress from the federal regulations as far as how many hours you can operate. It's called hours of service. But so the requirement is for the drivers, and most trucks now have electronic log. So it's hard to get around it, but unfortunately we see it frequently where the operators, because they're on time frames to get loads delivered
Right.
They're circumventing.
And there's a
the laws.
shortage, so you may push it a little bit, right, to get by. All right, as we wrap up here, Greg, okay, fatigue is one thing. How about distractions? I mean, that's another one, right? Being on the phone or whatever, tablet, whatever, something distracts the driver, I got to imagine.
Right.
That's part of it. And also wrap up, we talked off air about, hey, when you're driving out there, because I tell you, I like getting past them. I don't want to be next to them. And you said you got to be focused on that space management. Get out of the blind spot. Get ahead of them, stay behind them, whatever. But don't be in that one spot.
Space management is critical.
Okay.
Right? So the operator of the rig, the semi, is supposed to be maintaining space all around his tractor and trailer.
Okay.
And so if you're behind him, you want to be able to see that driver's face in the side view mirror. If you can see his face, you have good distance.
Yep.
It allows you as a motor vehicle operator to have perception reaction time built in case he makes a sudden maneuver. But also, if he can see you, then he knows, okay, I have somebody behind me, we can operate safely. And then if you're putting your blinker on and moving to pass him, what you're doing is creating that space that's safe for you and for that driver.
Yeah.
The ultimate goal in safety is to make sure that you get home to your family, and we want that driver getting home to his.
That's right. That's right. Hey, thanks for being here, Greg.
Tom,
really appreciate it, man.
Thank
awesome.
you so much.
Thanks for being a great part of the show.
I appreciate you allowing us to join you.
Absolutely. All right. Hey, if you get in an accident out there involves a truck, tractor trailer, go to truckcrashlaw.com. Until next time, stay safe. We mean that big time, and stay cool out there as well. We'll see you next time right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.